Gamer face. Oh yeah, I wasn't showing off the robots I was killing there. No one cares. I'm on face cam. Booth.
How
Yes,
is that
thank you. Sorry, I was just shooting robots with the Spectre.
How did you manage to say that exactly when I cut over to my audio being available?
Sorry, say what? Booth?
Gamer face?
Gamer face. Gamer face. Gamer face, engage. It's time.
Just like the second it crossed over to it, you said it. I don't know how you did it. It was impressive. Okay, Valorant claims it's open, but it's just a loading screen right now.
It was time to say gamer face. Distrusting spectator asks if anyone's doing anything fun for Halloween. Well, is anyone going to Magic 30? That's fun. I'm not. I've got a kid's Halloween party to go to. Hell no.
Ooh, yeah. Why can't I mean, game?
I think the people there are going to have fun. There's a small amount of tickets.
The concern is less having fun and more giant super spreader event, but yeah.
Yeah, there's that.
There we go. No transition. That was weird. Yeah, I know I'm doing a Halloween party, but I think that's about it. And that's with like 4 people from my wife's work, so already in the same bubble. Yalek, thank you very much for gifting a sub to Coach Nelly. Also, thank you, Brooklyn.
Ghost Child's got a Halloween party at an LGS. Nice. Kyoji has an anniversary. Okay, have fun. Ukon with the grim tales. Lady Olinder has D&D night.
Can I help you, Catbutt?
Yeah, that's fair, Joker. Doesn't want to go to the airport. It's fair.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide how I'm feeling about going to Digimon Nationals, because that's in LA, but in February. Cat, for goodness sake.
Well, there's a chance that numbers have cleared up a bit by February. We can hope.
Yeah, but that's the problem, is the numbers clear up and then everyone...
Yeah,
a bunch of people who
goes in parties and then they go back up.
So
the masks come off and the cases go up and the cases
yeah, we'll see. Oh my cat. Oh my goodness. Stop messing with the microphone.
They're still in garage.
Okay. Rotate it over from A. Ooh, why is this being stuttery?
Go, go, go! One enemy remaining. Found you.
This is what I live for.
Did it turn my fucking V-Sync back off?
I don't know. What wall do I want?
Yes, it did. Okay.
Seems kind of okay.
Shoot, I know I had a follow-up and now it's gone because of head clicking.
B? Is it B?
Yeah,
it's B.
looks like B, yeah. I'm grabbing hunters.
Enemy spotted B.
Go, go, go!
Enemy spotted B.
One enemy remaining.
Let's...
I'm just gonna keep getting the last kill. Fucking hell.
Love that. Yeah, I'm into that.
Last round in the half.
Look your enemy in the eye. It helps.
I know, Mushby, I love it. Also, Brooklyn, I have had this for ages. I just don't break it out that often because it's way too big and yet the shoulders are weird. So. But yeah, I like it. It's cute, isn't it? Also, I cleaned off my desk, which means now I have so much more space to cover with crap.
My ultimate's ready.
Come on, let's go. Someone's B. Dead.
One enemy remaining.
Don't get in my way.
You have
I just always get the last kill. Always. It's a rule.
Switching sides. Match point.
Just didn't find any bad guys that round.
Thank you, Yalk. You'd think that doing work on certain sites would inure me to those sort of comments, but enough people don't message those sort of comments that I'm not inured yet. Also, I just apparently wanted to say that word today.
Awkward.
55 to Sky. But yeah, Mushby, I love shotguns, so I put a weapon charm that I liked on the shotgun, which is like the only thing I've ever spent the in-game currency to get a skin for. That in like the very first battle pass, I think. I think that was it. Why did you shoot that? It was...
No, it was about to be active again, right?
No, I mean, maybe, like, it activates when Killjoy gets near it, but because you shot it, now they know that you're near it.
Right, but I also took the Stinger Orb.
True, true.
So they're supposed to know that I'm there already anyway.
Shut that race up.
I just, look, I like...
Joke's
Look,
over.
I'm a Zerg and Tyranid player. Like, I like weird biotech shit. I know what I'm about.
I've got your trail.
It's just on brand enough. Also, the cat is drooling on me. He's having a good time, but he's definitely drooling on me.
Last player standing.
Toxins going up.
Oh
Nope.
no!
Oh, I pushed my button by accident. I pushed my smoke out button. Oof. Almost. Hey, Cyber QE, welcome to the team.
Sicarian
Okay,
infiltrate.
chat, we could really use bad job, JK. No, you're not
Which
wrong.
ones?
We could really use some help. Don't forget.
Okay, I know you're.
if you
I
have
feel like you're
Amazon
talking
Prime, you
about
can give a free sub to
Warhammer
Fifty
stuff,
Stream.
but I admittedly don't know if you're talking about fantasy
Train
or
systems in the last
40k.
1200. Oh, nice.
But I don't recognize
Congrats,
that
Stuart.
name. Like it gives me vaguely Skitari vibes, but I think that's wrong. Oh fucking hell! I don't want an op.
Don't get in my way.
80 to Sky.
Reloaded. Embarrassing.
Oh, okay. So that was right. The name gave me some like tech priest vibes. So see, that's a fine spot
Last player
right now.
standing.
At least.
Joke's over. You're dead. Come on, let's go. My ultimate
One
ready.
enemy remaining.
Careful now.
Oh, where'd they go?
Clutch.
Hell.
That's weird that the Phoenix wasn't there.
Attackers win.
I think they were trying to like sneak around, hoping that they'd
Right.
have enough time with the
Yeah.
half defuse, but yeah.
I don't know. My favorite thing to do on post plan is try to pick where you think the bad guys are going to come from, and then like stand between that and the person diffusing.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah. You want to play comp?
Sure. Oh no, this will be the last one and it'll actually get placed.
Actually, I need to take 2 minutes. I got to feed my dog.
Okay,
So I'm going
no
to
worries.
take a brief break, if that's good. Yeah, I'll be right back, everybody.
I don't know if Nellie's gonna move. Okay, cool. It's like, I don't know if Nellie's gonna make me not visible in his chat, so I'm... I just realized that my website domain and a whole bunch of other shit is up in like 5 days. So I need to get all of that ready to get sorted. I've I've actually set it in kind of a specific way so that they can't, like, just keep me on the current setup. So we'll see if it works out for me. Basically, okay, so I use Squarespace for my website, and they're doing this choice where I think currently they're on version either 5 or 7, I don't remember which, but they're actually on version whatever number, 0.1, and there is some kind of majorly significant difference between the two versions. So if you are on the old one, you can't access a bunch of things, but technically you had a cheaper plan. And I was thinking about sticking with it until they went, yeah, so we're also increasing the price of that plan anyway. So it's like, oh, okay, so never mind. I guess I'm going to be upgrading to the other version because it has a bunch of tools that I wanted anyway, but didn't think were 100% worth the cost, I guess, and now they are. Brooklyn, it's a good game. Like, but it's definitely one of those, probably wouldn't play it without people I enjoy playing with. Yeah, that's probably the best way of phrasing it. No, there's definitely less terrible ways, but that's what I'm going to stick with. Oh, also, because I'm a fuppin' goblin, I let myself be talked into, which is to say, asked partners to talk me out of something, and then they talked me more into it because they're demons. Because we've been enjoying Digimon so much, although we do need to get Steph playing more again. And a bunch of Digimon players keep talking about Pokemon as a good card game, and then someone also shared a rule with me that one of their established tiebreakers in Pokemon is that if one of the two people arrived on time and the other one was late, you give the win to the person who arrived on time. And I'm just like, oh, fuck yes.
The kibble has been distributed.
Yay, Kip. Wait, I thought you only had one dog.
I do. I just have one dog, but she eats kibble.
Oh yeah, you distributed to me means I assume that you're feeding multiple dogs.
No, that's fair.
I'm also admittedly just used to someone having many dogs, considering I have 2 and 3 cats, and this is the fewest animals in any house I've ever lived in.
Ah, so you're just a zookeeper your whole life, eh, Fen? I didn't know that about you.
Yeah,
Nice.
my zookeeper is maybe not quite the right word, just because like my first babysitter was an obedience trained Airedale, so
Neat.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
like
was convinced my parents were going to kill me.
Okay. Well, I'm glad they were trained then, I guess.
I feel like I should clarify that he was just a very protective dog and was one of my mother trained obedience dogs
Okay.
for my entire life. Like, at the same time that we had that Airedale, we had another one who was the #1 obedience Airedale in the country.
Nice.
Match found.
So, yes, I have literally never not spent time around animals constantly. Yalk, for butt's sake, thank you very much for gifting me a sub to Nelly.
Appreciate it. Also, welcome a tall duck.
Fen has 2 dogs, April, April and Keldran.
One of these
Look,
guys.
I have not had to test out my new realization that Dom voice is actually just commanding dog
Yeah.
voice. That is dangerous knowledge to have. Also, I legitimately need to run.
Actually, starting to
and
like
grab
smokes on
something.
this map. I didn't for a while, but
Which one is
yeah, let's
Fracture?
do it. It's the one with the zip line.
Okay. I can see it. Yeah, I can see them. The problem is that half the time, if the person who's smoking is not, that's a weird sentence, on the voice chat with me, I always go around behind Dish and manage to take it cleanly and then get smoked off so I can't see.
Plant. Oh, right, get smoked from Dish, right.
Yeah, like I'm coming with the flank from Dish and then re-smoke Dish so I can't actually help with the flank at all. Although, yes, April being a kid... Like, April feels like a kitten, except that apparently everyone else describes her as not so much in their interactions with her, so who knows? Also, sorry, look, again, I can't, like, link directly to it or tell you anything about it, but I definitely did a photo and video shoot thing focused around pole for the first time in a hot minute yesterday, and it's really good. Also, I have so much fucking editing to do with it, because not for, like, content, to be clear, because I don't really intend to do that, but just because I took so many fucking videos and I want to use a bunch of them, so...
Reloading. Right here.
See, that's the thing, Yalk, is that apparently April's super easily flustered by some people, me especially. But to others, she's just like a fucking stone wall and brings that, like, in-charge energy. Oh, one of those statements is very true, Yalk.
Hopefully that's right.
Oh, fuck, I'm terrible. I do legitimately want to look into streaming on that site sometime this week. We'll see, though. I have a bad feeling it won't happen until next week, at least, though.
No, rock and arrow. Who's gonna walk? I don't. Oh.
Do we have a... Oh, yeah, we do have a Sova. That is a weird choice.
Barrier created.
Revealing area.
That smoke is a weird choice from them, but okay.
No, it's me.
No, the Omen smoke that we had to pass through.
Careful now.
Reloading.
You know, I think your smokes were actually pretty good.
Thank you, thank you. They're not at all where I wanted to put them.
Multiple enemy.
Shoot.
Here. Taken out. One enemy
Another one
remaining.
there. Yeah.
Yep, give me a sec.
Take this.
Damn it! Oh, I missed every shot.
You got traded though. It was great, and your stun was really good.
Oh, did I actually manage to get the stun off? Okay. All I know is I shot KO
no, you just
and...
pushed her. You pushed
Oh,
her with
okay.
the stun, right?
I just know that I got KO and chamber with headshots somehow with the classic, so I'm counting that as a moral victory, if nothing else.
Absolutely. People are buying. Sweet. Let's buy.
Yeah. Yep.
Do you want to go drop? Or dish?
Oh, I can, yeah.
I'm out of
Yeah,
here.
I like that.
I am now sneaking. I wish I'd thought of it a little bit. Oh, shit! I didn't realize they changed this. Okay. Well, this is way easier to take.
Plant the spike.
Okay.
There they are.
Reloading.
Planted.
Smoke's down.
Motherfuck, 88 to chamber. I thought one of those was a headshot. April seems like one of those cats that just wants attention when you pick them up and get all confused, yet also keeps asking for butt pets.
Enemy remaining.
Here.
That metaphor is remarkably apt. In ways that I think I'm not supposed to say
Oh,
here.
yeah.
At least from my impression of April. You know, she's gonna show up here and just be horrified and confused about all the discussion about her. Well, maybe not horrified, but definitely confused.
Fight to the end. No matter what.
Oh, bulldog time.
Who is it saying that? Oh, it's our Phoenix. Yeah, this is a comp.
Reloading.
Things you love having to tell your
Reloading.
teammates.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing well, so...
Oh, glad you're liking Dice Friends, Lady Elder.
I almost miss having this cat be zonked out behind me all the time.
Enemy activity near.
Fully smoked. Stim beacon here.
Enemy spotted.
Going
B.
up.
Holy crap, that is a lot of visual noise.
Wall raised. Weapon
Revealing area. Multiple enemies speed. Found them.
go away.
That was dope. Good timing. Think behind you.
Oop, shit.
Yep.
Sorry, I had to focus one.
You're good. You're good.
I was hoping everyone would get the KO before they got me.
Yeah.
One enemy remaining.
Oh. Oh, agreed, Brooklyn.
Weapon here.
Heavy agreed.
Last player
See, we
standing.
needed you alive here for this exact moment from last round, or 2 rounds ago.
You know the weirdest part is that knowing that as of right now, Brooklyn is actually the only person who can see
Go.
one of the things that I put
Nice.
a ton of work into. Because I don't think
We
anyone's
go easy on them. They
bought
will
it
never
directly and no one else is at the same sub tier. I should maybe... I don't know.
Oh, you're playing Hunter. All right, all right.
learn. Reloading.
I feel like Hunter is more of a like typical sort of D&D Vampire the Masquerade situation rather than playing, you know, as vampires. We almost lost that one.
Oh, that took me a second to parse context, sorry.
No, it's good. Yeah, just some of my viewers are getting.
I just-
ready for
I-
Vampire
I'm-
the Masquerade.
I never expect to hear a vampire player talking about playing Hunter. I don't know why.
Take flight.
It does not seem like the thing that attracts the same folks who would play Vampire the Masquerade.
Right here.
Fully smoked. Stim beacon down.
Spike planted.
Enemy spotted B. That's done.
What? There we go.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, there you see him.
Reloading.
It's over.
Nice.
Yeah, probably not the best use of ult, but whatever.
Like when you activated it, the Reyna was around the corner for you to get, but then she.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot how pretty this Vandal is.
Nice.
Gun here.
Why would you need a VPN for it, Brooklyn?
Need a drop. Thanks. Gun here.
Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess the thing is, do you like a very like a tactical shooter?
Let's play.
There's no region locking.
Sick.
You can still play. It's just someone's going to have bad ping.
Let's just go away.
I've got Sova here, and they've got Spike on B. So,
Oh, okay.
Right here.
Fine.
oh, it shouldn't be. That's weird. They backed off. So.
Reloading.
One enemy remaining.
Plant the spike.
Was aiming.
Huh.
Yeah, on your right, kind of.
Spike planted.
Yeah, could be coming from.
Yep, got him.
Sorry.
Um,
Perfect.
I thought this one wasn't. I know Riot does really stupid, weird region locking shit, but
You will not kill my ally.
from my recollection
that
of
is.
Australians talking about playing League, basically you just need a VPN long enough to make the
Good stuff,
account.
Sage.
From then you can still sign into like the NA account from anywhere.
Have ever seen.
But that is my vague recollection. So it's not like you'd need it for a long-term basis, I guess.
Need equipment.
Like, I kind of get the idea in that,
Anyone need
in
anything?
theory, it would or might help with cheaters, but
Out there, healer.
only to some extent.
Right here. Careful.
And I guess the thing is that once you have once you make the account with a VPN and then test the account afterwards, you'll know whether or not you consistently need a VPN.
Bye,
Neutralized.
That's a fucking corpse. I'm good at this.
Okay.
Omen canceled.
That's where she was.
Yep. I hit her at least once.
One enemy
I didn't
remaining.
know that was a place he could go. That's where I got killed from, I guess.
Motherfuck. 140. There we go.
How did Reyna get up there? Did she...
Oh, yeah, that's actually a good thing, too.
I don't understand.
Just have someone in the US make you an account
Keep it fresh, yeah?
without even needing to get a VPN. I assume it just has to do with the map having changed. There's
Yeah, no, maybe it's
some
just a
new
jump.
space up there.
Let me show you how the boss does it.
Really wish we could commit before time
Yeah.
was almost up. They haven't been pushing out from there, Nelly.
Okay, cool.
Right here. Enemy spotted
Going
B.
up. Fully smoked. Stim beacon down.
Shock dart. Scanning ahead.
Enemy down. Enemy spotted B. Open up the sky. Reloading.
Omen killed.
Someone's B.
Planted. Barrier here. Your duty is not over.
Ain't my time.
One enemy remaining.
Motherfuck! Ah, I thought
Where?
someone was watching the
Okay. Time for approach.
Sorry.
elbow thing.
I
No.
just gotten back and didn't know where I was supposed to be looking.
No, I wasn't paying attention.
Remember to
Like,
talk to
I
each other
assumed
out
that
there.
the sage moved there,
Communicate,
but they
win.
didn't, so. I just should have been paying attention to the minimap and such, so.
Anyone
Supposed to
needed?
request,
Equipment.
You know what to do.
Enemy spotted A.
Fully smoked. Stim beacon here.
Barrier here.
Potion here.
Plant the spike.
Enemy spotted A.
You want to play? Let's play.
Spike planted.
Watching here.
Enemy spotted. A.
Motherfuck. 120 to Sage.
Reloading.
I missed the headshots so badly.
Revealing area. There they are.
Reloading.
Taken out.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, you are dead. Okay.
Yeah, I died.
It was not okay to look over and see the phrase human skin shirt on your stream before I read the rest of the context.
Oh wow, yeah. What's up,
Prepare yourself.
Papa Jet Deodorant?
We
Welcome.
fight
Hi.
once again.
Am I sitting on a jumpline? No, I'm just standing, and I'm wearing a pink T-shirt. It's okay.
I can also see why they read it that way, but yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, so my outside shirt has some green. For a moment, we thought I was breaking terms of service.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
No, no. I'm
Technically
fully
not
clothed.
against TOS.
To not have a shirt on if you are male or whatever.
Because you still have the button down, it would have been fine. Like,
Either way, yeah.
and
No
even
human
then,
nipple.
like, if... Hang on, I got a Sage here.
There. Watch out.
Perfect. Enemy spotted A. Spike planted. Stay down. Right here.
Fuck, one coming for heaven.
Oh no. Phoenix didn't get out of those
Player
though.
standing.
Ooh, but Sage did. Okay. Technically, even if I'm almost wearing exactly the same thing you are, but if I were doing the same thing with it unbuttoned and still had, like, not even, how do I phrase this well? If I could convey that it wasn't an alluring bra underneath, then that would still also be fine, because that's still technically, like, streetwear appropriate.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely rolled up on some Twitch streams
I'll
where
teach 'em
the
to
dude wasn't
respect
wearing a
their
shirt,
elders.
but that was a while ago. Like, do you remember, gosh, one of this person's up to now, Travis Wu?
So, vaguely, but that's also one of those things where Twitch TOS is not evenly enforced. It tends to be applied much more aggressively on femme-presenting folks and much more aggressively on those who do not make Twitch as much money.
I got you, bro.
Right. Capitalism.
Yep. And I'm blind. Thank you, Phoenix. Yeah, capitalism and patriarchal bullshit all wrapped into one.
Reload him.
Found them.
Take this! Here we go!
Right here.
Oh, bad move.
Come on, let's go.
Come on, Reina, where are you? No, damn it! Oh, hello there. I found the chamber, too. There's like 3 of them on my corpse.
Open up the sky. Smoke's down.
Last player standing.
Oh, shoot. Charged in all at the same time.
Yeah, I thought you saw the... I think it was the KO you very briefly saw out of, like, peripherals.
Yeah, I didn't. I wasn't. My eyes weren't on them. I guess we
What
just
will it be
force,
this
right?
time? Have any patterns emerged?
Is this last... we've got one
No,
more
there's
after
2
this.
left. Yeah, so I think.
Grabbing gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can buy, but also it should be clarified that the toplessness is not actually a legal issue because technically it's legal for women to be topless in almost as many places as men. That we still get arrested for it just because
them
of
down.
reasons.
Reloading. Deploying drone.
Fully smoked. Stim beacon here.
Revealing area.
Watch out.
Found them.
Planted spike.
Damn it! They've got stingers. Or no, one's got a stinger, one's got a vandal.
Right here.
Boys, there's the hunter.
Oh, speaking of which, this fucking bra strap is trying to kill me, and it's something about my shoulder just, like, does something weird with bra straps in general, and is wildly unpleasant, and I don't know what it is or why.
Down.
Oh, right, I'm dead. I need to go get
One
chapstick, because
enemy
my,
remaining.
the, like, corners of my lips are chapped and driving me up the wall.
Ah, stop that.
Last round before the switch.
Spend your cash. Don't look back.
Need a drop. Thanks.
I used to have one in here, and I don't know what the hell I did with it.
Need equipment.
Move.
Thanks.
Careful.
Hey, Kiority, how you doing, hun? They're moving through mid.
Enemy spotted B.
The hunt begins.
Right here.
Oh, I found the Omen with an op.
Launching smoke.
That was unpleasant.
You want to
Spike
play?
down,
Let's
B.
play.
Yeah, that's good, hun.
Last
I do
player
remember this is
standing.
part of the reason why I don't wear as much
30 seconds
lipstick as I
left.
want to, is because my lips do weird, unpleasant stuff after very short amounts of time. Just like right
Launching
now, I've got like, I don't know,
They can be on site.
staining's the wrong word, but basically just like the
10
skin
seconds left.
around the corners of my mouth is doing some weird, unpleasant stuff because I wore lipstick a couple of days ago.
Third knife.
Um,
Aw, didn't win that fight.
yeah, it comes up a lot, so
Switching sides.
I've just gotten used to
Let
it.
them try to get through me.
Oh, that's a pleasant phrase to read with no context.
Which one? Sorry.
I'm just
Shouldn't-
looking at your chat, so.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm catching up on my chat too. We had to play hard there for a second here.
Yup.
Pretty hard. Yeah, I don't know. Travis Wu, a lot of weird stuff, but was a
Sounds
an
like
entertaining
literally
Magic
any
player. Yeah.
any well-known Twitch streamer, especially Magic player.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, but a
Yeah.
lot of pro Magic players have revealed
yeah,
themselves to
there's-
be.
Yeah, so
Ugh.
many chapters. Read a far right wing book from mid-20th century German, said some dumb stuff on stream. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I just had his shirt off a whole lot. I don't know. That's take or leave. Oh, there's just a big ledge here. Oh my god,
Yeah,
it's huge. I hadn't
but-
seen this patch note.
For reasons men sexualizing themselves is totally fine. It's just women that's suddenly the death of Twitch. Fuck. 78 to Omen.
Smoke's down.
Spike planted.
Headshot.
I'm legitimately tempted to take this fucking bra off because it's pissing me off.
Oh yeah, this ledge is cash. What? No.
Down and out.
Took falling damage.
Stim beacon down.
One enemy remaining.
Thank you. That Omen pissed me the hell off.
Okay, who had a big boomstick?
I,
Somebody had a
the
sheriff.
Omen had a frenzy, but I think that was it.
Yeah, well, I got a ghost. Something. Somebody had a sheriff, but hopefully we got it. Now we didn't.
Grenade! Clock sticking!
Yep, exactly, Carity. Exactly.
Wait, don't buy this and full down next round. We're buying stingers.
And Bucky's.
Yep. Love that for us.
Yep, the female presenting nipples. The great scourge of the internet. Acknowledging that women have nipples. How dare we?
Watching here.
Footsteps, amen.
Of course. I'm gonna try and sneak around B. Motherfuck.
Well, it's just right now. It's just right here.
Okay, just saw Sage. Hey, April, how you doing? 63 to Sage, by the way.
Smoke's down.
Scanning ahead.
You missed a bunch of discussion about you. Not mostly. All positive, just I feel obliged to say that for some reason discussion was about you.
Okay.
Reloading.
Cool movement by them. No, we've only seen two. That's not true. Oh, you're dead too. Okay. Yeah, third tail augmenting path. Totally fair.
Here.
30 seconds left.
Oh
I am
no.
kind of enjoying this tunnel play they're doing. Like,
Is the screenshot just
planted.
the things
okay,
that we
and
were
they work their way
discussing,
back to A.
or
that was a cool round from them. Whether we succeed in retake or not, I don't know.
yep,
Just some like
yeah.
casual, slow, passive stuff.
It's like that time Rolling Stone was transphobic and didn't censor Clara Jane Grace's nipples. I have no idea what you're talking about, but it sounds like a thing that I'd believe happened.
I will not die here.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, damn it, if they
Last
managed to get to the half
player
defuse before that.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oof.
That is very true. Like, Brooklyn is 100% right. I think we have all accepted, without question, that April is the most adorable cat girl. I initially just started the discussion because, yeah, it's slightly my fault. Sorry, hon. By mentioning that I think you're the only person who has access to certain content on a certain
Did this
site.
just happen today?
And that
Are there a bunch of other patch notes I should read? Probably.
I assume that was what the update that both of us had to download was, but who knows?
Okay, cool. Sorry. Well, there was just map updates like
Scanning
last
ahead.
week.
Was there?
Yeah.
Maybe we didn't play
Oh,
Fracture
drop
since?
completely
Back up.
different. Yeah, no, I just don't think I played Fracture. Maybe I only read half the article.
Ah. It's reminding me that I haven't played TFT at all this season. I should probably do that. I don't know why it's reminding me, but it is. That was some flail flick, but whatever. It's fine.
Drop. Oh, please, Sage.
Where are they?
I don't know. Now, Sage got the one I knew.
Okay. Woo! That was a whiff.
One enemy remaining.
Sweet. Did someone have an op? Oh, yeah, they did. Oh my god. Oh, no, we didn't get it!
They didn't quite get it.
Gun
Well, all good.
Vandal on the ground here for anyone?
I could take that. Yeah, sure, whatever. I'll play Ares. Ares gamer. Oh, yeah, drop and A-site are so different now.
Yeah, that tracks.
Reloading.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's my name in Riot.
Take flight.
Thanks, Yukon. Or thanks, Tuber.
Hang on, what did I miss that we're doing to April now? What did you do to... What did you do to my precious dear?
Caution here.
Motherfuck, 105!
I did not see that person. That was like a jump scare I just got killed by.
Oh.
Spike down.
Welcome
B.
to my terrible brain where I went, oh, that's what you mean by doesn't have a tail. And then wanted to make a joke about plug for
There they are.
Last player
both
standing.
of my throne lists and then went, no, because all of the tails are plugs, and that's a
This
terrible
runs some
joke
good
to
TV.
me.
Your duty is not over.
Thank you. You want to
Spike
play?
planted.
Let's play.
Awkward. Oh, I really like that gun, buddy.
Brooklyn, depends
play.
on
Yeah, you do. That's why you're playing Valorant.
depends on what we mean by butt pats.
Shoot that teleporter, Sage.
Yes.
Stop.
I guess I have been really bad about mentioning that there are
Last player
technically
standing.
2 thrones. Because there's one for like safer work stuff and one for the other sites that can't be mentioned. Which I think I might actually have a bunch more less expensive stuff on that one, because it turns out
I mean, renaming all my emotes to make them spoopy sounds maybe fun. Could be fun.
have I not had the discussion with you yet about how that's based on a slur? And in
Oop.
fact, yes.
Oh.
Well, the
no.
base word is a slur, and that's just adjusting it in a way.
No, I'd never heard of that. I thought it
Yeah.
just meant spooky.
Someone's A.
that yes, but that one being the slur, the other one just being another version of it in the same way that adding or replacing the ER at the end of the N-word to an A does not suddenly make it okay to say.
Spike planted.
I don't know, Carity. I admit that so because of the way that Throne works, it's a little bit of a pain in the butt to swap between the two accounts. So I have not checked that one lately.
140.
The problem is that April's also bought like $500 things before. In this case, it was more just because now that I've realized that, oh, I don't feel any shame for putting stuff like
what up, engineering crew? Welcome, welcome.
Ooh, they've escaped the Overwatch.
That's right. Yeah, you know, Ben playing Overwatch today actually / Splatoon is part of why I'm playing Valorant. I was like maybe gonna play Magic, but then I don't know. I was watching Ben playing Overwatch earlier, and I was like,
yeah,
that looks fun. Oh, we're so close to this one. Darn.
I'm personally still trapped in the moral quandary of whether to do it or not, but
play Overwatch or play Blizzard games in general.
Yeah.
Well, the people at Blizzard who are like, you know, have been fighting for their, you know, conditions to improve, don't necessarily want you to stop playing their game.
Yeah, but they also don't make... the only person who directly makes money off of me playing their game is the person causing it, so...
Yeah, no, that's fair too. That's fair too.
Yeah, believe me, it's nowhere near as like
it's a quandary. Yeah,
it is not the cut and dry of like, no, you do not support the Turf Wizard game, but
yeah,
no, because one of the evildoers is their CEO, who continues to sit at the top of the chain and encourage death to his own employees. So no.
That's no good. I want to go back to A.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, no. Oh, did I make sure it's already set to auto-tweet? It's supposed to. I hope it does.
Well, anyway, welcome fan chats.
Sorry, I did not mean to get heavy that quickly.
No. We're here to talk about real issues and stuff. That's good.
Did it tweet? You fucking goblins! You absolute fucking goblins! The joke was that it was too late to do anything for the terrible porn name for this month.
Smoke's down.
One enemy remaining.
Well, that person only had 1 health.
I was mostly just talking about the fact that, oh my goodness, I can put shine stuff on there and have zero shame because, yeah, sure.
And what is the collective noun for your chats?
The lair.
No, sorry, Fen, that's yours. I meant Bengineering.
Oh, Ben, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm surprised how rarely that has come up. Sorry.
10 seconds left.
Getting Ben
Plaid Posse still, unless I know there was talk of moving away from Plaid.
Right. Ben doesn't want to be locked into the Plaid forever and ever. This person's just keeping their op. Fair enough.
Except that I just realized you and I are also both wearing Plaid. The hell?
Nothing but Plaid. Plaid gang, uniting, taking the world by storm, and Plaid.
Thanks.
We know only Plaid.
I just wanted an extremely loose top, so yeah.
Yeah, Scarble's got it.
Okay, I would pay money to see the JoJo's anime with Nelly in it.
I think it's A.
Safe bet. So that's the thing. That's not actually one of my things, Brooklyn, but it's one of those things that I find funny, I guess.
Well, how am I alive?
Not funny. Intriguing, and one of those things that I don't. Fucking damn it! How do they always shoot me as I am doing lightning fingers?
They played really good this round.
Oh, Ghidorah, I always want a top, but no. In this case, I was talking about how.
Sorry, I'm wearing a pink shirt. Everybody, it's
Bengineering just raided Nelly, and we were discussing that that Ben's collective noun is the Plaid Posse, and then realizing, wait a second, Nelly and I are both wearing Plaid.
Like this play, Phoenix is playing other.
Yes, this one's not like proper Plaid, but it's still
try.
Plaid. I was just saying that I wanted this because it's a really loose floaty top, so...
I know what must
I'm
be
streaming with Fan of Lore, everybody. Check out Fan.
Or don't, because my chat is much more cursed than Nellie's.
Or
Depending
don't,
on your
because
value of cursed.
your chat is much more cursed than mine.
I'm on push to talk because my chat is explicitly 18 plus, and Nellie does not need to deal with that.
No, but I like to. I drop in. It's okay. I'm allowed to try to have a clean stream and also appreciate adult streams.
That is exactly why I'm just like, I'm giving the warning that if you come over, it's a thing, and why I'm on push to talk. But yeah, I like I said, it's one of those things that isn't actually my jam, but is not like, how do I phrase it? It's not a yuck, so I'm intrigued by the idea of using it to make content.
Down you go.
got one.
We got that one, okay. Shoot, I don't know where the other
Yep.
two are.
Me neither.
Reloading.
Where's Spike?
Probably with them.
Shittles.
Nope.
Did we leave Spike somewhere?
No, we just haven't seen it yet.
Spike planted.
Oh, fucking, I forgot
they
we're on
split.
defense.
Gotta go.
Yeah.
No, I thought we were on attack for some reason. My brain is
We
just
are
not
now.
Shortcut. Watch out.
Last player standing.
Good
good.
try,
Damn
good
it!
try, good try. Good try.
I am too low. But yeah, no, sorry. I was mostly just referencing the fact that there's,
We are fighters.
like,
Ooh, we got to save, hey?
like I said, I can put shine stuff on there, and, well, yes, I have moral issues
This is
with,
wrong.
shine in general and fast fashion.
This
Less
buy is
so
wrong.
because...
we should half buy for next round.
Hold back.
Oh no, I swear I heard how Nelly was pronouncing your name. Teodorant Zamax, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to Lair. I hope you enjoy the lore. Fair warning, we are currently discussing 18 plus content that I make that I cannot directly refer to, which is why I'm being vague. But yeah, sorry, I have moral issues obviously with fast fashion because...
For 140, huh?
Kirity, what did you say? Hang on. Kirity, what did you say?
Barrier created.
Huh.
Revealing area. Found them. Enemy
Sage
spotted.
about to
Also,
get
hang
four
on.
kills
Did
there.
Loratron ban you, or did Loratron just time you
Here.
out? Oh,
Spike
Kirity, don't use that word because it's a very common word for bots. Sorry. Yep. Like, folks is fine, but because that is the word that every fucking bot uses.
Last player standing.
Followers. The word is follower. Basically, every derivation of follower is in a block terms list. Oh, right. Okay, Shine. But it means that since they are a throne partner, which I did not realize, it meant that I could put stuff like really cheap underwear sets that just look cute and not
Obvious,
feel
the 16
any
down,
shame
front save never,
if they
yeah,
get
that's
torn up or anything like that.
It's not regular that they save.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, random teammates in Valorant saving. It's like, it's pretty tough.
Yeah, it's just a thing that happens.
Buying with your friends, easy. Buying with randoms, difficult.
Carity secretly an android? Yeah, I also wouldn't necessarily have been against that, but... Had a few words... Yeah. So that one's mostly just because it's part of the bot. Some of them are... A lot of things are banned just because they're associated with slurs, or are ways that people get around using slurs. Got 2 B approach. Yeah. Hit KO for 35. Yeah, I come at everything from a trans perspective, which means trying really hard to not fuck up someone's username, because usernames are fucking important, especially in a place like Twitch where you can't just casually change them that often. I'm coming at it from the perspective of someone who had to go through a lot of fucking effort to change her name. So,
Hey, man.
okay, I'm gonna grab orb.
I duel against this Reyna.
Go, go, go!
I'm legitimately tempted to get into Overwatch 2, and I fucking hate myself for it.
There we go!
Spike planted.
Ah, the blind. 35 still.
Here.
Huh.
Rest.
Mercifully, my bot is set up to do no, like, auto bans. It's just, like, purges, because bots tend to... Like, spam bots tend to say one thing and then fuck off. Joke was super warm, fuzzy, when we were playing Tarkov with Joe Kim. It's like, no, do want to make sure we get your name right because it matters. Yeah, because, I mean, that was a whole thing. Was that the Anna Crucis stream where Joe didn't realize that I'd stopped using Cap? I think that was the Anna Crucis stream.
We do force here, I think, actually.
I think so, at least a little bit.
Quick feet, quick trigger.
We need that last win just to be free from this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that being an issue.
Watch out.
Usually the filters are better with the full context of the word, but
Spike down A.
that's because so there's a couple of different ways you can run blocked terms through stuff.
No!
Last player standing.
What the fuck happened?
Ah, shame. Shame is what happened. Nelly missed enough shots.
Like 4 of you all
Spike
died at
planted.
once.
Yeah, I could have got a triple, but instead I just killed Sage.
Heads up!
That's an out in the open plant.
Take this!
Damn it! Ugh.
You're good, you're good.
If you're not a good shot today,
Keldran, okay, yeah, it makes sense. I'm just saying, I'm trying to remember, because I had a similar discussion with Joe Kim, because I think it was the,
We kind of have to buy this round, right? Because otherwise
Yeah.
we get to overtime.
because it was the Joe
is
didn't
the
realize
last
I'd
round.
stopped using a previous nickname.
Like, our money resets every time, so just spend everything.
Yeah, oh god, the goo. I think that's still probably one of my more popular clips.
Sam. Big Sam, girl.
Enemy
Oh shit, B.
revealing area.
Bye-bye.
Shock dart.
Damn it, 35 to chamber.
Launching smoke.
No, because it depends entirely on contextualization. Because there are, there's one word that is technically not a
enemy
slur
remaining.
to the
Spike
British,
down,
though
attack
often
respawn.
is still used as such, that
Where?
is a homophobic slur here. So it's one of those... It's less language bound and more culturally bound.
Defenders win.
Same thing with, there's a couple of words that are slurs for
We got there, Fan. We got there.
disabled folks. Yep, I was dead, but I did get a kill, so I'm gonna
Nice.
count that as a positive note.
You were helping. No, you held the front.
Oh,
You,
yeah,
You stood in front of their attacks. Yeah.
I got a not insignificant number of kills, I'm pretty sure.
No, you
yeah,
played
I'm in
great.
bronze.
Yeah, I just mean in
surprisingly.
that particular round.
Yeah, in
Yeah,
that
no,
round,
that
I
means-
drilled Reyna in the... I was second on our entire team, damn it. Yeah, that round, I drilled Reyna in the head and just I couldn't beat Chamber in his fake op.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Yeah, do you have one more? How you feeling?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm game to keep going for a while, so...
Okay, cool. I need a little break to cycle fluids, but then
Okay.
I'll be right back with some more competitive Valorant action. I actually went 5-5 against that Reyna. It felt like I lost every single one. Yeah, talk to you soon.
But yeah, it's very slurs as a rule are very culturally locked, but it also comes down to the only people who can determine if something is a slur are the people who it directly affects. So in a lot of cases, the statement needs to be, hey, this word that you're using in context for me is a slur, so if you could not use it. And coming at it with that understanding that unfortunately in a lot of those cases it's a then you are in an extremely awkward position because unfortunately the thing that's being used as a slur is also, yes, an extremely, well, not extremely, but a relatively common name and the actual wording for a nationality. And in that case, again, it comes down to contextualization, which is that if you are referring to the name, if you're referring to the nationality of Scottish people, then no, but it doesn't make it not, it does not make that particular instance a slur, or doesn't make that particular instance not a slur. Ghidorah, I do, because it requires that they be an oppressed minority, not an oppressive group. And for sure, the only group who can determine when a slur is reclaimed are the people who it affects. But yeah. Yeah, Coyote's coming at that from the best perspective. The primary issue is that if you tell someone, I'm not going to use your name because it is a slur, you are actively ignoring the context then. And while I get it, I don't think you're ever going to be able to interact with that person or anyone with that name if you can't identify the contextualization there. Also, I just need to point out that somehow we transferred from me being extremely positive about being able to put remarkably inexpensive things on an 18-plus throne to someone buying something expensive on an 18-plus throne, to me trying to refocus back onto the inexpensive shit, to this somehow. I do not know how the fuck we got here. This is not a bad thing. This happens here a lot. I just feel the need to point that out.
One more?
I am game. Throne is a wish list originally, a wish list system originally created for, sex workers on OnlyFans. No!
Come on. You know you... Oh, there you go. Yeah, see, I didn't have to tell you.
Yeah, I knew what I was going to do. It's just they took my neon. Throne is a wishlist system created originally for sex workers using OnlyFans and a couple of other services because Amazon wishlists have a very well-known bug that enables folks to...
We're playing with a god of parkour. That's exciting.
To get your address. So sex workers especially were very concerned about that. And
Anubix 007
when it became clear that, you know, basically every content creator ever would love to have access to something like this, they opened it up to more things. So basically it is a wishlist system where you can put stuff from Throne partners up for little to no fees, or you can put stuff from like other outside sites up where there will be a slightly more significant fee, but basically people can go, I'm going to buy this for them.
Second or third last round we lost, Fen, was like the Phoenix killed Reyna, and then the Sage went to go res Reyna, and then I popped into the door at A main where this was happening, and I could have killed Chamber and Sage
this was
Reyna.
the 4 thing?
Yeah,
okay.
Everyone else died in A main. It's like
okay.
I opened the door and I had the jump on them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sort of a private wish list. It's more of that,
Okay, Yukon's struggling with building a deck.
Match
Fair enough.
found.
more just that it keeps my address properly hidden. Brooklyn, you are supporting in way too many fucking ways now. Thank you very much for buying me a coffee, but also what the fuck? How dare you? Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
Now you don't have to play Breach.
I'm fine with Breach. I'm really liking Neon. But yes, it mostly means that yeah, secure is probably. Thank you, Brooklyn.
I'm fine with this.
Yalk, thank you very much for gifting subs to Ghidorah and Mushby. I don't know if you're gifting those. I can't see if you're gifting those directly or like random community ones, but thank you very much, Yalk. And Brooklyn, yes, thank you so very much for the support. Yalk, thank you for gifting a sub to Keldran as well. You're definitely doing those one at a time.
New Urza as a commander for eggs. Yeah, I like that. Does anyone make Power Stone? What does this new Urza do? What is it?
I mean, fair. You are more than welcome to ask. I don't know how much help I'll be because I don't play a ton of tabletop RPGs lately, but thank you so very much.
Oh, your artifacts cost less. Yeah, that's nice. So
Damn it!
just
I
make
keep thinking
more
this one has
1/1s,
pockets
right?
and it doesn't. As if that's ever worked on a brat. We've established that I am perfectly capable
This
of being
card on its own, I
tamed.
think, is super great too. Just 5 mana.
There's
Taps for
literally
2
an entire very very short photo series on
Match found.
a certain website of Haley doing brat taming involving Shibari, Twitch or Switch, and the video game console, and mac and cheese. So, though I did actually make the mac and cheese myself, but whatever.
Yeah, then the backside is pretty crazy, right?
I really should do a picture-in-picture view at some point. I don't know why it's never been a... Sorry, I'm looking over at Nelly's stream
Okay,
too.
we got lots
so.
of duelists.
Brooklyn, what the shit?
Oh, we're with that same chamber we were with last game.
Is it weird that I feel... Hey, April. April,
Seems
is it
actually
weird
fine.
that I feel obliged to send Brooklyn the things that right now only you can see because of this? And am I a bad person for that? Assuming April's still here. Brooklyn, thank you very much for gifting
No one else wants to play smokes, so.
10 subs to the community that went to Mother of Pixel, Adam the Individual, the Dice Goddess, IDW, IDBW12, Gloppy Rocks, VCLN, Vex69, Mogs, Zeniati, I feel like I know how to pronounce this and I don't remember it now.
Yeah, Ukon.
And
A lot of people
Izandai,
notice
thank
that,
you.
but I also really like it. It's worth noting that both Urza and Mishra, you can play
Because
them and they're
April, right now you're the only one
counterparts
who has access. Technically, they come with the $40 subscription tier, and if you were to buy them individually, I think they're like
right. And then if they kill the Dragon Engine,
$80
you can buy back the
so-
Dragon Engine to meld in. Yeah.
I am not looking forward to... I don't know if I'm looking forward or not to this thing that you ordered, Brooklyn. Thank you.
I'm looking forward to getting killed by giant cards in Standard. That'll be fun. Giant backs of cards.
Yes, but Brooklyn, my brain is very transactional when allowed to be, so I'm just like,
Pretty good
must
card that
make
enemy really
recompense.
Look, I'm glad you're all here. There, I said it.
She said it.
I mean, I'm gonna level with you. That is the kind of villainy that I'm personally wildly uncomfortable with, though it's also just literally a JoJo's villain, isn't it? Okay, personally, I am aggressively against that then, just because you've taken player control away, and that's never fun. Nelly, you're still on your picture-in-picture?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, just want to make sure you knew.
Yeah, I know. Just mixing it up a bit.
Yeah, removing player agency is never fun as a player. And it can really, it can, one, fuck with your storytelling, and two, it can really fuck with your players feeling like they have any control over themselves. Because you've now explicitly shown them that they don't.
No.
Oh, for goodness sake, now my dog is barking.
I would love to not die.
I don't know what he's barking about. They're planting. Got him.
You're done.
Yeah, that was pretty bold.
Oof.
Just keep it up.
It's still removing player agency, and that's that.
Yeah, it looks like people are
like
saying.
I can see why, but and it's interesting in a written story or in a story where basically it's interesting in a lot of cases, but not necessarily in an interactive experience where you are directly controlling a character, because then it's this doesn't feel right anymore. Yeah, that feels like, frankly, something that actually should have been covered in a zero session to decide if the players are okay with that, because that feels like something that not only do you need to make sure they're on board with, but also kind of needs to be explicitly are you okay with this ahead of time, and you are aware that this is going to be a thing that will happen. Because even without the connection to a deeply horrible human being who actively seeks to kill a large, an extremely uncomfortable portion of the human population, yeah, that is a wildly uncomfortable thing.
Healing over here. Out of healing.
Third jet is playing hard to get. All right, I'll play.
Like, the important thing to... Yeah, also, no, I'm actually... Yes, literally, you have literally not said anything about this that would not make me go, I do not feel comfortable playing in a game where these are things that the DM is expecting to do. Because no. This is a... This is a... everything you've said so far is we should have had... One, you should have had a session 0 to open with anyway, to decide what is allowed and what is not allowed. But also, this is if a DM sprung this on me, I would literally never talk to them again. Like, this is wildly not okay and profoundly uncomfortable for me personally. Brooklyn's message made it seem like they were a little bit, or she was a little bit more on board about it, but I am very uncomfortable for it. Like, this is not something I would feel in any way okay playing with.
Last player standing.
I had to jump out a fucking window and it didn't work.
You are not right. Yeah. I hate when you're trying to already do a dangerous move like jump out a window and you know you're going to take damage, but then you get slowed down because you're getting damage from shots or whatever.
Yeah, or in this case, a grenade.
Yeah. Shit is hard. Well, I am broke.
Well, okay, no, then. I think you're misunderstanding what the point of a session 0 is. A session 0 is, before characters are even made, you're establishing hard lines of, this does not happen. And everything that you've said about this villain is personally in my hard line of, I will not play a game where this happens. To myself or others, because it's just an extension of taking away someone's free will, which is never okay, and from a player experience is just a bad player experience. Like, if you lose control of your character, then it's... Like I said, some people might agree to this. I'm just saying, I personally, this is not anything I would agree to.
Man, nobody could trade me off that? Oh, well.
There's... Damn it. There's nothing wrong if folks are into that, but just personally, yeah, no, this would not be a thing I would be into.
Good enough.
Yeah?
Yep. A plus. Good spray. Love it. Love that. Nice work, bestie.
Oh. Honestly, I think edgy is probably the best way of describing it because it does feel very much like a... I'm going to level with you. Like anytime I hear the word edgy, I basically hear, is this a thing... is this a thing that a 13-year-old boy would think is cool or interesting? And from the Ben Shapiro being the inspiration to everything else, I'm just like, yes, this feels very much where my brain goes with the definition of edgy, which is not exactly a selling point for me personally.
This will be enough time.
Oh, cool.
Except
races
for
in B.
Yeah.
Though it should also be said that
Well,
I'm coming at this from a perspective of, like, I'm also just generally okay with things like sexual content in TTRPGs. So, obviously, everyone...
sweet fake out. That was the...
A lot of folks would not actually be into that. So
meta of just
it's one of those...
straight line forwards.
Everyone needs to be
Hoping
comfortable with
then turn
everything
and
ahead of time.
Shoot the enemy.
I hope my mouse is charging. I think it is, but it looks like it's being weird.
Who's next?
Fucking hell, they're going for C. Because apparently no one was on it at all?
I don't know what the other two are doing. They just didn't spawn.
Spike planted.
Yeah, I don't know. My mother made a very beautiful bowl. Why do I have an Amazon? Oh, right, because Amazon's trying to get me to sell shit for them again.
Blinded. Buried.
Down you go.
Time to hunt.
Last player standing.
Please stay alive.
Brooklyn, your name is on the thing. Do you mind if I call you out? Because I want to call you out, damn it. Yeah, exactly. Like, if you're... I'm gonna assume because you came through from Nelly, I would specifically say you should probably go look at any of Jacob Burgess's stuff about running session zeros for Not a Drop to Drink stuff. Like, he has a very good rundown and explanation for trying to make players comfortable and make sure that there are no situations where they're being made to do things that no situations where they're even being asked, can we do this thing, because it's all set ahead of time. Okay, he's got, I believe he did another one for the second season too. It's more of one of those things where I feel like a lot of folks understand what a session 0 is, but I think Jacob has a much better way of actually explaining, not explaining, but trying to make people feel comfortable saying no, because societally we are not always encouraged to feel free to say no about a lot of these things.
Last hell.
30 seconds left. Last player standing.
It's okay. At least it's not just me.
Oh, it's like all of us, isn't it? I thought it was.
We can win this one.
Yeah, like I just keep seeing people at the last possible second before they also see me and click on my head, so. Yeah, exactly. Players are not a monolith. Like, yes, I have a very strong reaction to...
Yeah, no, I've lost a bunch of awkward
the layout
things.
you just gave.
It's like,
but
I'm like 70% or whatever.
But that's also from my personal lived experience, and frankly... What the shit?! 105 to Omen. Just a character being based off of Ben Shapiro is just gonna be I'm already wildly uncomfortable with this situation, but yeah.
Spike planted.
Open up the sky. Enemy spotted B.
You disappoint me.
Enemy
Reloading.
spotted mid.
One enemy remaining.
That. Heal up, squad.
Okay.
Sorry to spoil the party.
You got all the 40
Who am I
games.
kidding?
Nice.
My knees are gonna kill after this.
Not familiar with that expression.
Dealt 0 damage at
Which
all.
expression? Sorry, I'm getting
Six
distracted
to
because
my
I'm
own
having to
self.
call out Brooklyn on Twitter because I need to.
No, it's okay.
Oh, right. The 40k decks are out, aren't they?
I didn't know if it's today or if it's on Friday. Lady Olinder, when's your birthday? When's it happening? Is it right now or is it coming up?
Get out of my way.
I just... Mother of 12... Okay, 3 of them, garage. I'm just befuddled that the first frickin' Magic product I'm going to buy in... Hey, when did Eldraine come out?
Both Garish. Fall of 2019?
I technically didn't buy any Eldraine, but still, that was the last time I had...
Spike planted.
The last time I did anything with Magic product was the Eldraine, like, arena event, where they sent out for a whole bunch of, like, small content creators, they gave us, like, 2 of the collector boosters. I still have one of them on my desk for
nice.
some reason, because I've never
Question
opened
piece
it.
in there.
There's a chance. But that was the last time I ever interacted with Magic, but the Tyrannid Commander deck I'm probably going to end up buying it.
Yeah, I really want the Necron one, but I don't know, I might buy all 4. I'm thinking about it.
I definitely know I won't buy all 4. It's just more of because I'm playing more card games, well, Digimon mostly, but
yeah.
We've also done a foolish thing and got a, like, learn to play thing for Pokemon, because a whole bunch of Digimon players keep recommending it. Just like, screw it, I'm hanging out with more card game people again. I'll get a commander deck that also happens to be Tyrannid, because Tyrannid are the best, and I will fight everyone on this. Mostly because they didn't give me Tau.
Tyrannids are the good guys in Warhammer, right?
I mean, I played Tyrannid and Tau, so either the actual good guys before they made them ruin them more, or the endless ceasing hunger. So, yes, closest thing to good guys. Definitely not because
I'm
of
outta here.
Monster Fucker.
Time to hunt. Got him. Here. Here we go.
Last player
What
standing.
the shit? Ah.
Good round for Yoru. Spectator says, no good guys in 40k. Yeah, fair enough. Pretty gruesome place. 2 rounds left on this half. This has been a really tight battle.
Yes, it has. Not entirely on board with it, but yep.
Yeah. Nope. It's been a slugfest. Like, yeah. People are working hard.
Agreed, Mushby. Agreed. Yeah, it's mostly just the taking control from a player can be very rough. Omen just teleported into Cubby.
They're both going to You
Okay.
see them going to
They
A.
left. Cool.
One window, yeah.
I have a real gun.
Jet's on A now.
Okay. I thought they were going for B.
No, A.
Okay.
Just Raze was window. But now she's on A.
They found my
Oh, okay.
I think they're all A.
Go, go, go.
Spike down A. Spike planted.
Fire in the hole.
Fire up into the window while I'm not there, please. Come on.
Last player
What the
standing.
shit? Ugh, why can I suddenly not do headshots? Oh,
The round was clean. Like, that was pretty well done to everybody.
Last round.
I could have
in
been
the
less
half.
ham.
Spend everything. Don't be cheap.
I mean, same. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by trying to play game not badly, so sorry I'm not reading as much chat right now. See ya, Kiarty.
I can buy you a ghost. Want a ghost?
What? No, I have a bulldog. I'm happy.
Oh shit.
Bulldog and a shorty. Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of with Brooklyn here. I think it's just best to move away from the
Guy
topic
looked like
because
she was going
it's
back.
not,
Now she is apparently.
like, I've already expressed that I'm
along,
extremely
it's probably
uncomfortable with your
pretty
base topic, and that, like,
Yep.
changing aspects of it is not going to help.
Spike planted.
I'm very blind. Okay. Why can I... Okay.
Found one.
But it's also just a lot of text, so I can't even read through all of it, and I'm the primary moderator, so it means that...
Still in sight.
No, no worries, we're just explaining.
Cutting their vision.
We're,
One enemy remaining. Last player
like,
standing.
Brooklyn and I are both trying to explain, so...
No one else could do
I'm
this.
trying to
Yeah, we
maintain...
can't win.
Really? Hacked?
Bad.
Fuck
Okay,
you.
7-5. Just hoping for 6-6.
Oh, for God's sake. Oh, goodness sake.
Switching sides.
I was so good about that for a while. Oh, I really need to brush the back of my hair. Sorry, I can feel my... It's a little bit tangled in the back. I was so good about removing religious language for a bit, and then it slipped back in recently. I don't know why. Oh no, Brooklyn, you are not. It was very much the direction I was going, but it was also just I wanted to read through all of the stuff before getting to it, but unfortunately Valorant doesn't really enable me to read through chat very easily.
Oh, that's nice, Spray.
Stop being self-deprecating. That is actually against the first rule. You are not allowed to be mean to yourself or others. 78 to raise.
Smoke's down.
It's text. Like, no one can actually,
They're not with me.
like, it, by definition, it is a text chat. There's a lot of stuff that is going to be, what's the word? There's a lot of stuff that requires interpretation. Brooklyn, why did you say hacked? Why?
He trained you.
Good, good, good.
You had to say hacked. Why did you do that?
Down, C.
No, that's the thing. I am the mod.
Don't sit down. We're not done yet.
I'm saving.
No, because now have explicitly said, can we move away from the TTRPG topic because the base theme of your campaign is making me uncomfortable.
Let's go here.
Brooklyn, you said the word hacked on Twitter, which means there are like 3 different spam accounts already attacking the thread about fucking hell, getting your account back. Oh, that's always comforting to get
One less.
random DM from someone who just followed you. Yep, okay, that's not suspicious at all. Definitely not. Jesus.
Enemy spotted.
Oh, this is 100% an art spam account. Yep.
Did I not get that kill?
See, I know for sure this is part of why I lose followers on Twitter a lot, is that every time I'm immediately aware that someone is a bot that follows me, I'm just like, nope, goodbye.
Last player standing.
Brooklyn, it's okay. I'm just... Now you know. Never use the word hacked on Twitter or Instagram because they will... your post will immediately be swarmed by people telling you, no, hun, don't worry, I've already blocked the accounts. It's more of just silly. If you do that, then a whole bunch of accounts that will start spamming you and telling you to go message them on Instagram show up. Because Instagram is definitely safer.
Another fight? Clean slate. Let's leave whatever happened in the past.
Thanks, Lady Olinder. Yeah, have a great time and congrats on the Magnus.
Full buy?
Well, I'm going to, yeah. I don't know, sorry. I don't know for a team.
Yeah,
Yeah,
as
no,
much
we'll
be
buy.
said. You should also
Money for guns, buy
never
rifles.
say anything about, like,
Prisoners.
basically never refer to wanting something on a t-shirt in a Twitter thread, because there are literally hundreds of bots that will show up and immediately go, hey, I've put it, you can get it right here, and it will be shit.
I have
Got one.
It's just extra bad because they seem to love to do it like,
Good, we're just losing our duels and getting pushed into spawn.
yeah,
Oh. Yeah, Trinket, this is the LOL FPS. Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah. Okay, okay. Sorry, I was like, I died because I was staring at minimap, like waiting to know when I'm supposed to peek because someone's coming with me. I'll leave the spike here.
I like that you have this dream that this team is coordinated
Yeah.
enough to do that.
No, I don't know. Does anyone want a shot call?
I will be able to hear them, so
No, but I'll tell you.
I'm gonna trust you to pass everything on.
Keep it in team chat.
Who's next?
Look, you are more than welcome to try and start discussions, but also understand that I'm currently playing a competitive shooter, so I can't actually pay that close attention to a lot of shit.
Smoke's down.
This way. Gotta go.
How? How in the hell did they make that shot? It wasn't even like a, I want to use your logo. It was just a, yeah, it was just like a, how are you? I'm like, you are not a human being. Your account was just made, like, today. And you're claiming to be
this Euro in their stinger.
a VTuber artist who, or sorry, it was made in September, with no portfolio or anything, that's just like throwing out a bunch of every hashtag possible. So it's just the, like, you literally approached the way that, like, your immediate message to me was the kind of shit that I have come to expect from,
Bonne chance, mes amis.
frankly, some of the people who think that Twitch is a dating site, and to a lesser extent, the response I get on actual dating site from men, because they have absolutely no ability to say anything interesting as an opening for some reason.
Reloading.
Hey, done randomly. I am doing mostly good. I can feel my glasses doing something weird, but otherwise good. I mean, we're losing this game horribly, but otherwise...
Last player
Damn
standing.
it.
Flawless.
Yep.
Match point.
Look, I get that using hashtags is... Let's go with classic Twitter of it was the way to find other people, and technically it still kind of is, but modern Twitter is perfectly capable of searching and generating trends based entirely off of the words in the tweet directly, so spamming a shitload of hashtags doesn't do anything except make people go, this is not a human being.
They're pushing us from there.
Yep. Shot the fake Yoru, damn it.
Blinded. Here.
Finished most of the Tukma stuff? Okay. Right, Tukma is also the weird one, because unlike the others where you have to take an airship to somewhere else, you have to, like, rock hop over to the next island.
Smoke. Open up the sky.
Oh, I mean, done randomly, it's not, isn't it not a reprint?
Hell.
Isn't it literally, we're gonna charge you $1,000 for fucking proxies?
That's 3.
Yeah, Tukma was unpleasant, frankly. Agreed.
Last player standing.
So they were both there. Fair enough. Ugh. Just trying so hard to coordinate with that chamber. Like, they were shooting the gun the best on our team, but, like, where are they going?
I don't know. They were always nowhere near the team, and that's why
Yeah.
they lived longest, but yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, got the most kills. Did the best at deathmatch. They were impossible to coordinate with. Yeah, it's too bad.
See, but
I can
randomly
jam a
there's...
spike before I have to go.
Yeah, sure, I'm game.
Sweet.
The difference there is you're not you're not walking into a random femme streamer's stream and going like, I'm not even going to give them the credit of saying that they use a pickup line. It's if it's not tournament legal, it's not a real card. That's $1,000 proxy.
Gundam, or have you seen that game?
Oh, I've heard of it from, I want to say Joe, but I know nothing about it. I don't think I've even seen any play of it.
I was able to watch our stream for like 20 minutes or so, and yeah, it looks a fair bit like Overwatch.
Oof. But yeah, like there's the difference between must be because they've stopped acting like borders matter, since some of the Unfinity cards, despite I believe having silver border, are eternal legal now. Or all of them? I don't know, it was something weird. It's got a different back. Yeah, then it's a fucking proxy. It is a proxy they're charging money for. What was the other one? All the Infinity is black border? Okay. I know there's something about, like, some silver border things either were eternal or some... Right, there's, like, some Infinity cards that are legal and some that aren't because of, like, the acorn or whatever it is. What was the other one, though? Oh, right, I'm gonna keep trying to finish this fucking thought.
Mission? Good. Anything to keep me away.
So there's... The reason why I say using Twitch as a dating site is because it's men who do the exact same thing that they do on dating sites, which is either throw out an aggressively forward message as the first thing they fucking say, or just go like, hey, 3 of them A side, or go like, hey, or
No charges left.
basically just, I clearly things that are intended as pickup lines and do not fucking succeed as them. However, happening to meet people through it is totally fine. Like, that's a different thing entirely.
You kill that clone, Jet.
They very much killed that clone. It took so many shots.
Yeah.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, it certainly sounds like modern WotC, doesn't it?
Last player standing.
Yeah, exactly, done randomly. It's sort of the same thing where, like,
Me, I would just drop all the utility.
folks come in
sorry.
and like, I want to like play games with you on stream. Just like, no, because I don't know you. And then wanting to know how to get there. And it's like, there isn't just like a straight path to it, and the fact that you're thinking of it that way is part of the issue. It's a folks hang out in a community and it becomes clear that they vibe with that community, and that's great and fine and good. And then, yes, there's probably some sort of logical progression of, now I am playing games with you off stream, because I play games with community members off stream pretty regularly. But and like getting a feel for how you act in those situations and making sure that I would never be put in a position where you've done something screwed up. Damn it! 113 to Sky. It's not even, so that's the thing is, I'm not talking about a parasocial relationship. What I'm talking about is, I have this is my job. This is what I do full time. This is my brand. And my brand, among many other things, includes making sure that I'm presenting people who I know either are good people or who I know are willing to accept correction when it turns out they've done something wrong. And I'm not going to just let someone who I've never met show up on a stream and do anything. And like, this very specifically isn't a parasocial relationship because I'm talking about how there are situations where the parasocial relationship can then change into a proper friendship, but it's not a thing that has just like, you do this, then this, then this, then this, then this. That's not parasocial, that's transactional, which there's plenty of other places where we can have a transactional relationship. That's not playing games on a stream, though. Like, that's not me risking all of my hard work to have someone I've never met on. So
too bad.
Yeah, it's the friends first thing.
Switching sides.
Like, you
Match point.
you become friends. Like, there is a system of growth that has to be done, but it's not a transactional, meaning like you pay for something and get a thing.
Eggs, wonderful eggs.
So like, what I'm referencing here is there are plenty of adult sites where, hang on, where you can have a a paid transactional conversation with someone. In fact, a lot of sex workers on OnlyFans and Fansly do stuff like a girlfriend experience, which is a usually paid by the hour or day or week or some amount of time thing, where it is a transactional relationship because you are giving them money to do it, but
one is not 0 hit points.
Agreed. Sorry, I'm currently trying to explain transactional relationships versus parasocial versus friendship, and also doing so through the context of explaining stuff like the most transcendental transactional relationship of having purchased a girlfriend experience from someone using OnlyFans or Fansly. It makes clicking on heads difficult.
I'm out of here.
Hang on. It should be clear that generally a girlfriend experience thing would also then come with them sending you like nudes or lewds during that time too.
Shoot.
Damn it! Shot in the butt.
One enemy
Yeah,
remaining.
transactional being like you spend money and therefore get a thing. So like a lot of people, especially with femme streamers, have a really fucked up idea of like, I've supported you and bought subscriptions and bought your merch and things and that makes us friends. Like, no, it doesn't. It makes you a fan, and there's nothing wrong with that, and it's cool, and I literally couldn't do this without fans, but it does not make us the same thing as friends. Where, like, basically anyone with a VIP badge in this channel is someone who I would actively consider a friend. There are also some folks who don't have a VIP badge because I have the mind of a... Fucking hell, I don't even know what the hell has a memory as bad as me, but... because I will often forget to give someone a VIP badge, but...
I've got your trail.
Damn it! Omen's on top of Tube, but... Fun thing, goldfish actually don't have that bad of a memory. Odin's son, you are an amazing human being, and I am so glad to have met you, and yes, I would 100% consider you my friend. I feel like we had that conversation, because there's sort of a...
Player standing.
Personally, I have a whole thing about, like, don't want to assume
Oh, he was
friendship
all the way
where
over
it is
there?
not present. I
That
thought we
was so
had that
clever by
discussion.
that Yoru. Damn. Okay, well, we won a couple rounds at least.
Yeah, could have been worse.
Yeah. Thanks for playing with me today, Fen. Hey,
Yeah.
everybody, go check
I
out
did-
Fen of Lore on Twitch if you have the courage to do so. She will
Hey.
deliver all kinds of card games and shooters and exciting and interesting adult conversation.
Lots and lots of info dumping. It's definitely a neurodivergent run stream.
Fair. Absolutely. Okay. Thanks again, and I hope you have a great rest of your stream, Fen.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to keep doing this or something else now. Relatively, Yalk. Also, sorry, I was trying to read Brooklyn's message because I definitely missed it. My chat is too damn small right now. Former section. If you weren't paying me, I wouldn't be talking to you. I don't care. This is your 40th session? Yeah, exactly. Like, you can assuredly develop a relationship, but in a lot of cases, no, it is a transactional relationship. It's not a friendship. And in some cases, there's definitely some bleed over, and especially as a poly person, I know that that is a bit of an issue for me, is that there can be some bleed over, but it's... Okay, I just need to do abilities to finish this. Cool. We're just going to run a bunch of spike rushes because I don't need to think too much with spike rushes. Are we done having deep, uncomfortable conversations? Back to regular curse convos? I mean, we're having discussions about transactional relationship versus friendship versus the other one whose name I've already forgotten. Parasocial, because personally, I think parasocial gets bandied around a lot, especially in reference to Twitch streamers. While, oh, damn it, hang on.
I enjoy raiding!
I don't know why I wasn't expecting a raid, but I wasn't. Sorry, we're still having hi, welcome. I'm Fen, this is the Lair of Lore. I use she, her, and occasionally they pronouns. Welcome all. I'm still playing some Valorant for at least a little bit, because I want to finish at least one weekly before this battle pass ends. Oh, did Discord break? I didn't think it did. But hi. Yeah, this is aggressively an 18+ stream, so fair warning for that, because I know Nelly tries to keep stuff family friendly. We are currently having a, like I said on Nelly's stream, a discussion about the difference between a transactional relationship, a parasocial relationship, and a friendship, specifically in the context as well of sex work, where, especially as a poly person, there can be a lot of bleed over between those different realms, but also just the fact that, frankly, I think parasocial relationship, one, gets blamed on a lot of things, and two, gets bandied around a lot when directed at content creators, especially Twitch streamers, since part of what we have to kind of advertise ourselves with is our relatability and general comfort with us as a human being. Meanwhile, you can look at a certain political party in the US, and to some extent the UK, and see a parasocial relationship in action with political leaders or actual deeply disturbing criminals. But for some reason, that doesn't get called out as a parasocial relationship in the same way that someone supporting a streamer does. Because for some reason, it's not seen as the unhealthy nature. Also, you're all making me so hungry for sushi. It's not okay. I keep trying to push to talk button. Oh, one of our favorite, the local sushi place that we always go to has, what's it called? I want to say it was oh, good, you have the altar. Yep. I want to say it was called a spider roll. It's essentially it's essentially I think it was a soft-shelled crab roll, or no, it's some sort of fried roll with then soft-shelled crab on top. It's fucking delicious, and I have not had it in ages, and now I really want it. I'm talking about people having a parasocial relationship with political leaders who they have not spoken with or met in real life, nor ever will do so, though also should be said that that is not strictly necessary. Yes, there are 100% friendships made across the internet. Sorry, I'm trying to also not be bad at game. Woof! Because unfortunately, he's not the only political leader that we just don't acknowledge has an entire deeply, deeply disturbing parasocial relationship going on with them. But we just don't talk about it. Yeah, I think I want to say it was a spider roll, but yeah, I haven't had one in so long. It's one of the few sushi rolls where I'm just like, this is a meal. I have this and I'm good. Like, I do not need anything else. Then again, since transitioning, I also just, like, eat way less anyway, so. Hang on. But welcome, folks who came over from Nelly's chat. I hope y'all are doing well, if you stick around, which...
Who's next?
Super understood if you don't, because I have a very, very different energy than Nelly. Sadly, I also can't really do much with magic talk, because the very brief bit of magic talk we had was me being, let's go with a grumpus about charging $1,000 for fucking proxies. But I do play plenty of other I do other card games more than enough, because... Oh, they'd killed them. Because as I said on Nelly's stream, I'm going to Digimon Nationals this year, which is still fucking terrifying.
Last round in the half.
There is a learn to play Pokemon thing downstairs, because a bunch of Digimon players have been recommending Pokemon lately, so... Pickle sushi? That is weird. There's not a ton of pickles in sushi, is there? You're bad at this. Whoop! Damn it. Well, they were better. I mean, so here's the thing. Initially it was, I lost... Oh, don't make me do math. I lost around 50 to 60 pounds in the first 8 months of transitioning. Mostly because I stopped eating because of COVID depression, because, yes, I'm one of those eggs that cracked right at COVID. And didn't go on HRT initially because I focused mostly on, like, trying to... It was the, like, I am a non-binary trans woman, which I do not care to explain that right now for folks, because I get sort of tired of explaining it after a certain point, but focused more on the non-binary part immediately after coming out, so didn't do stuff like medical transition until, like, 8 months in. Oh! That's rough. See, and I'm not even on Spyro anymore, which is the sad part, because I kind of miss it. Mostly just for the desire to eat pickles, because fiance adores pickles. I've heard good things about the Pokemon TCG, and I know I watched Wheeler play a Reggie deck, because I know that, I think there's two online clients right now, right? Because there's the real one, and then there's the one that's in testing, that's only available in, like, Canada right now, I want to say. That looked super fun as well. So, given the Digimon players who have been, especially Digimon players who like the decks I like, telling me that, or not even telling, just going like, hey, now that there's downtime because our regionals are done, let's go play Pokemon, has made me just go like, okay, maybe I should check this out.
Time to jump.
But yeah, I know I've seen... Because Wheeler was doing, is this your card? On, with the testing client, with a Reggie deck that looked super fun and goofy. My only hope now is that there is an actual competitive bug-type deck, because bug-types get shafted in everything else, damn it. Let them have this thing, please. Wheeler's the reason you tried it? Yay! Also, sorry, I did not do my normal thing, which is to try and welcome everyone who came in with that raid. I'm sorry about that. So, welcome Nelly, obviously. Tudor and ZMX was already here. I'm gonna go with Ukon Cairns? Please, please tell me if I mispronounce your name, because it's kind of important to me to not mispronounce it, especially... Admittedly, the primary issue is that then I can't... What is it? Is it phonetic? I want to say it's phonetic. The way of writing out words and letters to explain how they're supposed to be pronounced. I think it's phonetic. And then I know there was at least one other, but then the round started, so I can't read it. Give me a sec. Yes, but Yalk, we've established I'm a monster fucker, and also you know that's not what I meant, damn it. Okay, that was a fake Yoru. Oh, no, it wasn't. They were pretending to be a fake Yoru. Good job. Oh, right. Okay, I'm gonna guess... Hey Haya? I'm gonna guess Hey Haya. I'm not sure about that one. Scyther is one of the best bugs because Galvantula and Volcarona still exist. Mostly Galvantula. Galvantula is the best fucking bug type, and I will die on this hill. With Joltik being a close second because they're adorable, and I would like to die in a pile of them. Come on, stick your head out. Damn it. Okay, fine.
Get out of my way.
The Raze was over here, but he's dead. Are they just... Something plant. So I want to like Frostmoth, but I always felt like its move pool was just kind of not great. So it just never quite appealed.
One enemy
And weirdly enough, despite the fact that I adore Scyther, I actually prefer Durant. I don't know why. Just as a steel bug. It just always looked more interesting to me. I'm a kill-stealing jackass. Really like Weedle and Snow. Yeah. Yeah. Look, every bug type is adorable. But, yeah, Scyther was quite literally my very first Pokemon card, so... How many abilities? I did not use any abilities that game. Fuck. Okay, yep, that's a problem.
Match found.
Pickle Jar has... Okay, sorry, I'm just making sure I was actually caught up on everything. Yeah, sorry, now I really want both sushi and... Oh, there's a Japanese bakery nearby that I really... Well, not nearby anymore since we moved, but... Close enough that it's accessible. Hang on a second. He's just so tired. He's just so tired. He's just so done. I have no idea what you're saying there. But no, it's a Japanese bakery in my town. It's just no longer close by because we moved. Oh, and now he's awake. I don't know where Cosmo is, and now I'm a little concerned, actually. Or, sorry, where Oliver is, because I don't know where he is. Oh, it's a dish. Ah. Yeah, sadly, my culinary experience is much more, let's go with pastry-based, at best. Context, I'm technically a pastry chef. I just have been free of it for so long that some of it has left me, mercifully. It took so long to break.
Spike rush.
No, I agree. I agree, done randomly. Weedle is cute. I don't know if I'd go as far as to say adorable, but Weedle is cute. Mega Beedrill is amazing, and I adore them. And I want them in more things. I've cooked Serbian food once or twice in my life, but that's pretty much it. Oh crap, I'm dying. I'm dying to this fucking poison because I got stuck. But yeah, Mega Beedrill, I wish you were not a thing that was never going to return again, because we're never going to have Megas again. We're never going to have, what are they called? Gigamaxes again, because we've got the new thing.
Enemy spotted mid.
Turret down.
Yeah, I liked Megas. I have to admit that we're never getting them again. Except Yalk, no, because there's the new thing. whose name I don't remember, and I'm not looking it up because I'm trying to not look up any more information about what's it called.
Is everyone's tech still working?
Oh my fucking hell. The thing in the new game that, whatever. I generally, so here's the thing. I adore Pokemon, which means I know 100% I'm going to buy the new Pokemon game. Which means that I also go out of my way to not look into information about them. So I don't... Like, I know that certain Pokemon exist because they're fucking inescapable and because I wasn't able to mute terms fast enough on Twitter, but... It's the, like... I don't even want to say that it's, my words are failing me. I don't care about spoilers insofar as I don't mind if I run into them incidentally, but I am trying to avoid accidentally, like, running head face into them. So, yeah, the new thing that's not Gigamax and isn't,
Enemy remaining. 30 seconds left.
or not Gigamax, Gigantamax, whatever. They're terribly chosen names. Or Mega Evolution, or Z moves, or whatever. I know that there's a new thing. That's exactly where my memories, or where my knowledge ends. Is I know there's a new thing. Yes, they fucking have, because I've definitely seen the one that's, I have no context on it at all. I just know that that it looks like a certain, thing in Monster Hunter. I do not fucking understand how this ability works in the slightest. Like, I don't know if they can see me through this when that mark is up, because I don't understand how the character works at all. Hopefully we'll see you around then, hang on. Deodorant. I don't know why I can't word suddenly. Fade, this one. Or not this one. We don't have one on our team. The one what killed me over there, that certain people think, certain people who I am definitely not going to accuse of anything too stupid here, think looks like Sombra. I think because they think she looks like a Latin woman, despite being, I think, Turkish? But, I own all of the... Look, some of the... Motherfuck. Some of the Valorant boys are a bit... goofy. How is there acid on the floor here?
Time to jump.
Go, go, go!
Enemy defender spawn.
Damn it! Like, I've played her a little bit, it's just... Her abilities confuse the hell out of me, and her lineups seem really strange. In that, I know that in theory, for her E, basically you have to be able to be seen by it, which in theory also means you should be able to see it, but I know there's a bunch of weird spots where it can be thrown, I think, like right here, and somehow if it lands right, even though it can't be shot, it can somehow see all of A lobby, so if anyone's trying to push up A, suddenly they're all tagged. Also, I have not been using abilities again, damn it. I should probably just switch to KO, because I'm better about trying to use his abilities.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, so close to good. So close to good. Then again, now also I'm just thinking about the thing where a bunch of the Overwatch 2 characters now have portraits that are almost identical to each other. Like, they just now have the same fucking face.
Match point.
I love that I had no immediate intention of playing Overwatch 2, and had so successfully removed myself from it that I didn't even know about the whole Overwatch 1 shutting down thing until the day it happened. Because suddenly Twitter went, hey, this is a trending topic you should look at. And I went, what the fuck is this?
There. Drop grenade out.
Watch out.
There.
Oh, lucky headshot. Damn it.
Reloading. Last player standing.
Yeah. Overwatch 2 is 100%. Hey, remember all those promises we made? Well, then you discovered that we're actually a terrible, terrible place to work and that we have been actively driving some of our employees to suicide. So we're gonna make you get it and use it and not fulfill any of the promises that were supposed to come with it. And since we can't fulfill any of those promises, we'll shut down the original game and make you get the new one. Yeah, her abilities seem to travel really interestingly. I especially like the whole the thing where they can follow the tracks of the other abilities. I just don't always understand it. So I mean, so here's the things that I know about Overwatch 2. I know that it is free to play and that there is some sort of absurd requirement to unlock characters if you didn't already buy Overwatch 1, and that their fucking ludicrous response to, well, if it's gonna be free, we need to have a way to control people from being shitty on our servers, so we'll make them sign up with a fucking phone number, and then, yes, that their system auto-blocks prepaid phone numbers for some reason. Because, I don't know, you don't want to give Blizzard, a company now notorious for enabling harassment, your phone number. Who would have guessed that?
Sudden death.
I know that some characters might play slightly differently. I know that they have introduced a third Japanese character who, despite that shitty diversity tool, is another fucking ninja. And then, what was the other one? Shoot, there was at least one more, and now I can't remember it. There's one other stupid thing I've been made aware of. Damn it! They followed their own... Oh, nice. I've heard good things about that too, yeah. Oh, there's a battle pass? Of fucking course there's a battle pass. And the worst part is, it's like, oh, you introduced a new support. Cool. The spec I actually kind of occasionally ran since you removed tank as a thing, if I remember correctly. Oh, right. Also, isn't it down to 5 instead of 6v6? Like, it's all 5v5? Which is weirdly annoying because we actually used to have a 6-stack that I played with. No, I don't remember if they removed tank. Like, the characters are still there, but they did some sort of, like, rebalance a while ago so that a bunch of characters are classified differently. Wait, you're locked into having 1 tank, 2 healer, 2 DPS? Even in non-competitive? Why? I used 1 ability that entire game. What the shit?
Match found.
That sounds boring as shit. So we used to have a 6-stack that played. However, that's not a thing that we have anymore because one of those people is a shitheel, and or was a shit heel. Let's go with that. So, and certain friends went with them instead. So I guess we're down to like 3 regulars if we wanted to play it. So we've been thinking about it because the Overwatch was one of the first games that my wife and I really played together before we realized that Heroes of the Storm, another game that Blizzard then killed, was the best MOBA I've ever played. Before we realized Heroes of the Storm was a better game for us, but then we started playing Overwatch again because our fiance played it. And now her computer has actually been upgraded and can probably run it without trying to catch on fire now. So I admit that there is some tempt, but again, there's a whole moral quandary there where it's just like,
Spike rush.
no, it's not as bad as, like, it's not as clear cut, let's go with that, as, nope, do not play in any way the Turf Wizard game. Yeah, exactly, Moggs. There was no denying, there was no last hitting. You shared experience across the entire team, so you could do stuff with, like, the Lost Vikings, who were an utterly absurd character that was spread out across 3 bodies that could be in every lane at once. And you had shit where it's like, oh, cool. The different, what's it called? The different maps can actually do different things. And you can have objectives that, yeah, they make it a little bit snowball-y, but not in a way that I think is terribly negative. Like, League is already snowball-y because you have to functionally feed one or your entire team. And then you also need to know what the different fucking items do and why you're trying to build the specific ones to get yourself properly built. But with HOTS, it was just like, nah, you learn your talents and it's gonna be fine. Like, it was a very, like, new user-friendly thing, and it was supposed to be more casual. And this is something that I've actually gotten into fights with a couple folks about, where it's just a game having a casual audience actually is better for it than having a competitive audience. Because remember that the point of a competitive scene in almost every game situation is to advertise the game so that casual players and people who just want to see the game might go play it or buy it or spend money in it. So, yeah, it really honked when HOTS had its, oh, goodness. When HOTS, professional league shut down, because it was also a really good, fun professional league, because it turns out when you make people have to deal with map objectives and shit, they would have a lot more interesting interactions. Hang on. I believe it was mid-season, yes. It was deeply shitty. So yeah, that's... But, again, yes, it's shitty, but it doesn't actually affect that much because the point is that they don't need the competitive scene for the game to be alive. Like, no, because casual players are the ones who actually spend money on your games. I'm sorry if I have to be the one to tell you this, but, like, yes, that's the way it works.
One enemy remaining.
Is your... Casual players are the ones who are spending the most money. Yes, there are the occasional... in, like, card games, you have the extra stupid thing of, like, folks who max rarity stuff. Yes, they probably spend more money, but it's not money that the actual game are getting. Like, that's money in the secondary market more than anything. Yeah, don't balance games around only esports players. Which, frankly, is part of the issue with a lot of fighting games, because it makes them less approachable. Which is also weird that... Hang on. That, was it Street Fighter V who tried to do free-to-play? Yeah, balance PvE and PvP separately. 100%. Yeah. Casual players play the game and spend money on the game. Competitive players are the ones who are creating content for you so that you don't actually have to advertise your own fucking product.
One enemy remaining. Spike planted.
But they're not the people who are making the game. Like, they're not making it productive. Well, no, so now it has free weeks. When it released, I believe Street Fighter V was trying to do a thing where it was, like, free to play, right? Because it also ran fucking ads constantly. And eventually they put out the version where you could just buy shit and have it. Oh, that bat is unpleasant to look at. Yeah, Moggs, that was always the fun thing too. Was yeah, also, now you're reminding me too that HOTS included some characters who literally aren't in another franchise. Oh goodness, what's her name? She's still my icon on Battle.net.
I anticipated us winning.
Oh shoot, what is her name? Little girl, gothic, white hair, has a big coffin on her back and summons Eldritch Horrors. Oh, she was so much fun. Because she was sort of the HOTS version of like a combo, because you wanted to stack up some resource on yourself by using certain abilities. And then Orphea, yeah. Also, welcome, Eshblo. Sorry, I adore your name.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, Orphea. So you stacked up some sort of resource on yourself by using some abilities, and then I believe it was when you auto-attacked, you consumed them to do spiky damage and self-heal. But they also got... They handled auto-attack champions way better than League has ever done. Like, League auto-attackers are not fun at the best of times in my experience. But auto-attackers just felt good in HOTS. Because you still had abilities that could kind of interact, but they were more like, who was the one that I always ran as an auto-attacker? It was the Demon Hunter, but I can't remember her her name. Like the Diablo Demon Hunter.
Let's do this.
Because she had two primary builds, and I remember that for sure, but one of the super common one, or one of them was an auto-attack build. And functionally, what she just did was hit something a couple of times to build up, I think it was Hatred, which was a stack that she builds up normally and increases her movement speed, but if you took auto-attack based talents early, you could stack on, or they would increase attack speed as well. And after they introduced quest talents, one of them was basically just maintain a certain level of hatred for X amount of time. And it was a weird thing to read and parse and understand what you were doing, but it was still a lot of fun. Yeah, also that was the thing for a bunch of the Overwatch characters, was you didn't need to click to attack. You would just, they would just attack on movement, or you could pick a specific target and they would just keep shooting it. In ways that I don't think a lot of other MOBAs have ever really done. I'm sorry, I just realized that someone in this chat has the name Praise Kink. However, they also, I think, just threw a slur into the chat, so. I keep trying to sprint, which is part of why I keep doing that, so. However, for reasons, my sprint on that character did not count as an ability, so.
One enemy remaining.
Damn it. Yeah, Orphea was so much fun. And hell, Deathwing. Like, the way that they implemented Deathwing was fucking kick-ass. And admittedly, I might be a little bit biased in favor of HOTS because one of my best friends on Earth worked at Blizzard, and most of the work that he did was on the AI for, like, AI games in Heroes. And because it's still a MOBA, people are toxic as shit, so mostly played against AI, but I legitimately miss that. And this is one of those cases where I'm looking at both Overwatch 2 and now that Here's the Storm has basically been shuttered. It's technically still playable, but it's in, like, passive maintenance mode now, which they compare to, like, StarCraft 2 or, well, basically everything that isn't Overwatch 2, WoW, and the other one? Overwatch 2, WoW, and...
Spike planted.
Damn it! Yeah, I got nothing. Where it's just like, I will literally not put any money into this, and I'm never going to stream them, but trying to come to terms with where I feel morally on playing them. And I should probably not say never stream them, because that's probably not true. If it turns out that it's a game that clicks with my family, we're probably gonna play it, but I don't know. We'll see. I have aggressively mixed feelings about that, unfortunately. And I don't, yeah.
Last round before the switch.
And I Explode, I very much get that too. That was me for a very long time. Admittedly, part of that helped was I had a friend who worked at Blizzard, and one of the ways that they were paid was by going, "Here, do you want some WoW time?" So he would just constantly go, "Hey, I don't know anyone who plays WoW. Do you want this WoW time?" But mine has finally run out. I'm free. Although I'm not doing it, I'm just saying right now that what's it called? Actually looks kind of interesting to me.
One enemy remaining.
Going up.
The new class, mostly just because I was always a sucker for spellcasters, even if I was always shit at playing them. And it sounds interesting, but not enough to make me pay for a WoW subscription, so... But yeah. And I guess that's sort of the thing, too, is... There is... I don't think any good reason... no. Let's phrase this better. There is no ethical consumption under capitalism. Functionally, almost any game that you are experiencing or using in any possible way was assuredly made with some kind of exploitation. That doesn't mean you forgive it. That means that you figure out where the line is for you. And for me, I am trying to figure out where that line is, because I'm honestly not sure.
One enemy remaining.
Like, I legitimately don't know where the line is. And on top of that, it comes at a weird time because right now, there's one game that I think there is actually no moral excuse to play, which is the fucking Turf Wizard game that I don't even know the release date for. It might have already come out for all I know. That is one of the few cases where I will say, no, there is actually a moral imperative not to play there, because in that case, you're, one, supporting someone who's... Yes, there is let's call it a debate about how much money J.K. Rowling gets for her license. and whether or not it's a profit split or not. I don't care. You are still, by playing it, supporting the sale of that IP. You are still in many ways directly supporting an IP whose entire income is used by one person to try and make queer folks suffer. On top of that, hang on. On top of that, it's also just an aggressively anti-Semitic game too. Because on top of being so many flavors of queerphobic, J.K. Rowling is also very well known as anti-Semitic, however unintentionally she does it, and fatphobic, among many other things. So, yeah, no, that's one of the few cases where it's a very clean line of, I don't care. The people who made the game got paid. At this point, the only people who are making money off of the sales, or
Match found.
I swear to fuck if I see another cis streamer going like, I'll play it so no one else has to, you're advertising it then. Fuck you. Sorry, that one just keeps, is like right in my craw somewhere. But that, yeah, that's just one of the few cases where it's a, no, there is a moral imperative there that it is not that beneficial. You need to start. I understand that it was a very formative book for a lot of people, myself included, but that doesn't mean you can't look back at things with a critical eye as an adult and realize with the powers of media literacy that, oh, this is 8 flavors of fucked up. Sorry, I was reading through your message, Ukon Cairns. I super get that. I'm trying to remember when I played probably up until, like, Echo's release, and then very occasionally since then, but yeah. Also anti-poor, yep. Surprisingly, the woman who managed to pull herself up by her bootstraps, immediately anti-poor. Who would have guessed? Hey, as a reminder, the phrase to pull oneself up by their bootstraps, despite being used as a fun little aphorism for... Ah, shit. Fun little aphorism for doing what's necessary and pulling yourself up and being strong and shit. Hey, remember that it actually was originally meant to mean a thing that's fucking impossible because you can't do it. You literally cannot pull yourself up by your bootstraps. That was the point of the saying.
Flashbang.
Last player standing.
Damn it, fuck. So personally, I tend to stick with the
By your side.
you're playing the game. Like, personally, I just tend to stick with the, this is a game that there is no moral right way to play. Yes, piracy is better, but you're still, especially if you're a streamer or any kind of content creator, then it's not, because then you're showing people that it's okay. And if you have anything like Discord that'll see or will display that you're playing it, you are, however, unintentionally going to be making someone feel like it's okay to do. I know, Mushby. That's why I was, let's say...
Flash.
coy about it. Motherfucker. Like, I don't think just pirating it sidesteps the issue. Mostly because in my circles, the issue is more of using it for content, but yeah. That's one of those ones where if I find out someone paid money for it, yeah, we're gonna have an issue. If I find out that someone pirated it, someone who I care about that is a friend, then we're probably going to have a serious discussion. But not to the same extent of like, you spent money on this. That is not okay. It's sort of like, okay. Personally,
You want to play? Let's play.
I am also pretty aggressively off the... I'm pretty aggressively on the, yeah, no, we do not support Ubisoft, considering that it's a company run by sexual harassers and... it's a company run by sexual harassers who also actively seem to... folks who defend sexual harassers who happen to somehow defend all of their sexual harassment, all of their employees credibly charged with sexual harassment in the exact same way that the fucking Catholic Church does. And, yeah, no.
Just for fun?
I've never understood the folks who are so... There's a certain group of folks who I don't completely understand because they are so gung-ho. Yep, nope, no Blizzard games. But they're fine with Ubisoft.
Reloading.
And yeah, I don't know.
Hostile KIA.
Like, personally, I'm definitely much more against... I'm significantly more against, what's it called? Ubisoft, personally, but that's very much a decide between the two evils when I would much rather just go, I don't want to decide either of them. I will play something else. But again, there's no ethical consumption under capitalism, which often gets used as an excuse to say, well, there's no ethical consumption under capitalism, so I'll do whatever the hell I want and feel comfortable doing. It's like, no ethical consumption under capitalism means that you try to do what you can, but you also accept that some things are just going to be inescapable. You can never try and punish someone for, you use Amazon. It's just, yes, I live in a fucking grocery desert. Food desert. Right, that's the actual word. How the hell do you expect me to get food otherwise? I need to do these sort of things. I have to use them, otherwise I cannot get goods and services. Okay, so no, they're not being dogpiled on. Bobby Kotick tried to encourage one of his fucking staff to commit suicide. So no, they are not being dogpiled on. There is a difference, though, between dogpiled on and other folks also need to have, other companies need to have their shit pointed out. Because no, everything that's come out about the Blizzard working situation is not being dogpiled on. It's revelation that, oh, women and non-cis, non-white people at basically every game company are put through fucking hell on a near constant basis. And unfortunately, one of the only ways to do anything in the gaming industry is to get your name into credits. Which means putting up with shit because your boss will very likely go, I've just decided to not put your name in the credits because you didn't do what I wanted you to do. The fucking Homestuck game has a long history of that shit in multiple instances, and that's a tiny little indie thing. Like, understood, but if you say they're being dogpiled on, you understand that that sentence means I think that people are that sentence implies, it does not technically mean, that you think people are making a bigger deal out of it than they are. And with the shit that has apparently been going on at Blizzard for years, that is definitely not the case. Does that mean that we should stop focusing on other game companies that are having similar issues? Fuck no! Again, I just brought up Ubisoft, who has a history of protecting serial harassers on an aggressively regular basis and then putting them in charge of the people they harass. So, no, there are plenty of game companies that actively deserve serious and major investigations. BioWare among them as well. But, yeah, functionally, there is not a single video game company that does not need serious work at this point.
Defenders win.
See, I think that's where my issue is, though. You mean the media focused on Blizzard for a lot longer than they would have with other companies? That's a good thing, because it's bad that we stopped talking about Ubisoft. It's bad that we stopped talking about the shit show at BioWare. But gamers don't like to focus on the fact that a lot of their games are made by horrible crunch culture and techniques used to abuse them. Yep, Nintendo as well. They were only in the news for a fucking week. Riot also. Riot is only now just starting to settle some of their issues with past queer content creators, employees. Last week, Riot literally sent a check to an employee's dead name, which they never worked under, and apparently used such a fucked up system that because they used the dead name, they can't actually request the corrected check because there's a hyphen in it and their UI system is broken and doesn't allow them to go, hey, you sent this to the wrong name, which I never worked for you under. Because it just keeps going, there's a hyphen. This is a non-acceptable name. So yeah, no, that's the thing is, we need to not let anyone forget because the big games are coming out. Yeah, Ubisoft announced 3 Assassin's Creed games. Ubisoft did that because, again, they're under near constant fucking investigation for sexual harassment and assault by their employees and some of their fucking executives, especially their executives knowingly hiding sexual abuse and assault. And again, in a manner very similar to the fucking Catholic Church, by just, oh, well, he's my cousin. I'm not kidding. A large portion of Ubisoft management are all directly related to Yves Jumeau, who just get shuffled around to a different location. And, oh no, someone's making a fuss about known sex pest causing a sex pest issue again here. Well, we'll move them to a different issue. Or move them to a different game, different location. Like, no, the problem is that gamers don't like to pay attention. They want to just consume the media that they want to consume. And I get that. I really do. We all wish that we could go back to consuming media the way that we did as kids, because it was better, because we didn't have to think about it being produced. We didn't have to think about the hardships that other people were having to experience to create these things. We got to think about it as, oh, yeah, these people just got to make this all day. And yes, I wish we could go back to that. And frankly, I think that's at least part of the appeal of stuff like WoW Classic, because while now a lot of us are jaded and understand how games are made and how fucking awful it can be, we didn't have to think about that when we started playing WoW back in vanilla, Burning Crusade, Wrath, whatever it was. So if we go back to Classic, maybe we can recapture that feeling. And I wish we could, but there's actually a Lindsay Ellis video on this, isn't there? On recapturing innocence, about a distinct shift in creative between the first three, the Lord of the Rings movies, and then the Hobbit movie.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
A non-zero amount of which was also because a lot of the companies that were, or not a lot of the companies, the company involved with making The Hobbit used it to functionally fuck over an entire country and break a bunch of their labor protection laws.
Okay, Raze. Your paint sales.
Like, sorry, hey, when I said that we have heavy topics here, I didn't just mean that we talk about lewd shit and walk right up to the border of TOS. I meant we also have discussions like this. Because, again, there's no ethical consumption under capitalism, but that doesn't mean you can't try and do your best to identify where you could be doing better or where someone else could be doing better. I'm not saying that you tell someone how to spend their money. I'm saying that you as a person with money should know where that money is going if you can help it. And again, yes, to reference another piece of media, there's a really good episode of The Good Place about this too. If you have not seen The Good Place, I highly recommend it. I'm going to try and not spoil as much as possible here, but essentially a joke being that, or not joke, the idea being that as you live your life, your point total, you accrue points for doing good things and lose points for doing bad things. And something as simple as like being in the United States and buying a tomato is like more negative points than anyone could have ever possibly earned pre-industrialization, because that tomato has to be grown with usually unethical labor practices, often deeply questionable pesticides. Even if it's organic, then you're having to pay for the additional labor that someone is having to go through to make it organic. And yeah.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, almond milk or
Last round before the switch.
yeah. So it is our duty as consumers within reason to try and understand where the money that we spend is going.
The pressure.
At the same time, it's also understandable for folks to not have the energy to do that everywhere. And that's okay. Like, this is one of those places where I'm trying to decide if I have the energy to do this here. And I honestly don't know. I wish I had a clean answer for it. Like, again, the Turf Wizard game, I feel pretty safe in having a clean answer for myself and an answer that will affect other people if they were to try and convince me to play it or convince me that it was an okay thing to play. But it's sort of like, I had a discussion on Dell's stream many, many months ago about, oh shoot, what's it called? Arizona Iced Tea. Because, frankly, a lot of folks try and stay away from companies that have worked in any way with crypto companies because it's majorly suspect. Best case, it means that they've done a stupid. Worst case, it means that they're actively attempting to take part in a hyper-capitalist ecosystem that serves only to commodify every part of our fucking existence. And Arizona Iced Tea did an NFT partnership in 2020, I want to say. But there are plenty of folks with multiple flavors of neurodivergencies who have a lot of trouble eating or drinking or finding things that are okay for them to consume. And for Yeah, that's another. I'll get to that one in a second. And for Dell, one of those things that's worked astonishingly well has been Arizona iced tea. And I'm never going to tell someone, no, you should not consume the one drink that helps you actually stay hydrated and that hits all of your like textural and flavor requirements. Like that would actually be unethical. And accepting that, yeah, unfortunately, to exist, sometimes we are going to have to let some shit go. And it sucks. I know.
Worthless.
It's not fun. But there's no winning. And yes, Junji Ito, mangaka behind... Fucking hell, what's it called? Uzumaki. The horror manga recently announced NFTs. But considering the man does not fucking have internet, there's a very good chance this was actually just his, frankly, his publisher. Hang on. Explode, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to Lair. There's a very good chance it was actually his publisher pretty much telling him, like, hey, this is this new hot thing. But we'll see. Thank you both very much for following as well. Yeah, I'm bad about doing all of my self-promotion shit, aren't I? Hey, if you do exclamation point links, Loratron, our lovely bot, can throw a beacons.ai link into the chat for you, which will have all of the places that I exist, because there are many, and technically there's also a redirect to a different beacons, because there might be 18 plus content that I can't link directly to, so technically not breaking TOS. This is what I'm sticking with. Hey, it's not my fault that Fansly and OnlyFans both allow streaming and have a better fucking pay cut than Twitch!
You want to play? Let's
you fucksticks. And I'm dead. I have never seen his cat manga, but okay.
Joke's over. You're dead.
Band you liked released a new album next month. NFT, boo. But yeah, I'm bad about, again, saying all of the places, mostly because a bunch of them aren't necessarily as updated as I'd like them to be, like the VOD archive. God, I need to catch up on the VOD archive. A bunch of them are there, they're just not visible because I didn't do thumbnails for them yet. It's a thing. Oh, I have seen that then! I've not seen, like, the significant portions of it. I assumed it was just part of Uzumaki. But that makes sense. But we also have a delightful Discord server full of wonderful human beings, which is also 18 plus. I mean, technically the stream is 18 plus, but that's 18 plus, but for real, because there's a lewd place in there. It's part of why I don't link directly to it anymore. Unless I forgot about it.
Defenders win.
I don't think I do. Yes, listen to the horrible gun go off repeatedly. Oh, my decaf is gone. I'm actually pretty sure my decaf has been gone for ages. How has it been 3 hours? I don't think I'm finishing this quest. I only did 5? Okay. I think I'm gonna call it there. I think I'm gonna call it there. So, thank you so very much for joining me, especially those of you who came over in that raid from Nelly. I hope you've all had a good time. If for some reason you were watching me but weren't watching Nelly, you should 100% go check out twitch.tv/Coach Nelly. That is one word. He's just a wonderful human being, and frankly, if I didn't know Nelly, I probably would not get to play Valorant that much. Make me sad. So, Again, thank you all so very much. As a reminder, this stream is brought to you by you because of your amazing support of our stream and everything else that I do, because there's so much of it, over on patreon.com/layeroflore and coffee.com/layeroflore. Thank you very much to Lord Inkdeath, aka Dammit April, Manfred, Fragile Paper, Pinball Witch, Yalk, and Pimento. Thank you so very much for the new subs during the stream, Nelly for the raid, Brooklyn for gifting 10 subs to the community, Yalk for gifting subs to Keldran. Yeah, that's gifting sub. No, that is Yelp gifting a sub to Keldran, Ghidorah, and Mushby. There we go. I can words. Oh, right, and Nelly. You can find me at all the places down below, as well as, like I said, beacons.ai/layeroflore. Oh, right, and Brooklyn, thank you very much for the gift on Throne that I can't talk about because it's on the other Twitter account and things. I'm going to be throwing you over to one of my favorite human beings on Earth, and frankly, one of my, let's go with biggest inspirations, and good, it's not broken anymore. Del the Lemon. They are a queer Canadian content creator, non-binary, using she and they pronouns, and they're playing through Outer Wilds. Do not backseat. They're trying to, this is their first time playing through it, so please do not spoil anything for her or anything like that, but I hope you all have fun over there, and I will see you tomorrow for who the hell knows what. I don't plan anymore. I've given up on planning. Bye.